Hi friends, I'm Sapna Aggarwal, Creative Director at Untitled Interiors, and in my design discussion series, I'm going to talk about how to make your home look expensive. But before I begin, don't forget to mention in the comment section below that what luxury is to you. I think to me, luxury means personalization and also customization to the best possible way it can be. But that is just my point of view. I would like to hear about your point of views also. But when it comes to making your home looks luxury, you need to have first and foremost you need to perfect your window treatments because ये सबसे simplest तरीका होता है luxurious दिखाने का घर को while even if you're not spending a lot of money. Say if you invest in full length curtains, it will make the whole space look a little more customized, more luxurious. And more importantly, जब आपकी curtain rod छत से शुरू होती है तो ceiling looks a little more higher. And high ceilings definitely ना एक accentuate करते हैं interiors को. And when the curtain falls till actually the floor, जहाँ आपका हाफ इंच ऊपर तक फ्लोर तक वो आता है तो उसकी जो फॉल आती है ना वो बहुत सुंदर आती है तो इट समहाउ मेक्स देम लुक अ लिटिल मोर लुक्स. Secondly, you can add moldings. Moldings are really in right now. When it comes to adding moldings, it's about your creativity. There are a lot of things that are available now, from customized moldings to ready available moldings जिनको सिर्फ लाके लगाना होता है. But before you even think of doing moldings, either in HDHMR or on POP or on any panels that are available, prefab moldings that are available, you must understand that you need to take into account two things. एक, आपके घर का स्टाइल अभी कैसा है? Will that neoclassical style of with moldings blend with your home? Secondly, what kind of furniture you already have or you want to purchase? तो दोनों चीज़ों में जब भी आप कोई ornate add करते हैं, when you're adding intricate moldings which are stylishly designed, they may look very, very beautiful in old buildings and in those classical, neoclassical houses. But if your house is very, very contemporary built, very streamlined, very sleeker, then probably it will not blend. So you just need to take into consideration that is my home built for the moldings that I am buying and the kind of moldings that you want to buy. You can look at straight line, you can look at curves, you can look at a lot of things. But any good trim will blend into the room. And एक untrained eye के लिए भी ना, it will be like a perfect blend. It will not be something which is standing out in your eyes. Third and all, I think you need to add wall treatments because wall treatments बड़ा ही सस्ता तरीका होता है, but वो एक जितने भी architectural defects होते हैं उसको भी hide कर जाता है. There are interest points that you can add. And walls somehow start speaking a story because when you enter into a room you can actually have a look and feel of the room, but वो complete कर जाते हैं अपनी story को पूरा का पूरा if you have a wall treatment added in. But also you can look at different aspects. इसमें बहुत सारे material भी available होते हैं, like wall treatment could be just some major facelift, or it could just be a simple wallpaper, just an art piece, maybe just a paint of the backdrop of the wall which is in darker tone, or an accent added on, but it could be anything. Fourthly, when we talk about luxury, use neutral bases. आपका एक wall हम highlight कर सकते हैं, but बाकी सब जितना भी है, larger area should be very, very neutral. This will ensure that you are in keeping with the luxury look, because the whiter the space, it makes the whole house look very large. Somehow जो base neutral tone होता है ना, उसकी वजह से light बहुत reflect करती है. So if you choose something like white, cream, taupe, beige, or a very light tint of grey, you already have a very luxurious feel of the space. There is a lot of high-end space with furniture that can be added in and accessories. So you have that whole stadium is open to you. You can play with accessories, textiles, patterns, colors, but it's always good to have the base which is very neutral. Fifth, I think you can maximize the space with lights, because lights ke sath there is a lot that can be done. You can actually increase the visual square footage without renovating. Light ke sath you can add a reflection, like if you hang a mirror and create a light very artistically around it, you can actually visually increase your space. And of course optical illusions भी create हो जाते हैं. You can hang very very beautiful lights. आपकी जो lights है उसमें आप dark and light effect ला सकते हैं, आप ambient light को neutral रख के पूरे room को design कर सकते हैं. Mirrors, I think, also are very important when it comes to luxury, because a well placed mirror can truly make a room feel not only bigger but also very brighter, since it reflects the light, as I have already told about this. But in total, when you are talking about luxury, it's not just about one thing, it's the bouquet of everything. Sixth, very important point would be a very nice vintage rug. Those nice vintage rugs, they literally instantly upgrade wherever you put them. Contrary to what you may think of vintage rugs, they are not always super expensive. You just need to shop around. You just need to look at online shops and also just go around in the market and have a look. They're not very expensive, but बहुत pep up करते हैं, and that splash of color is worth buying for. And truly they're 100% worth the amount of money that you spend, because they elevate your space so much. Also, when we talk about upgrading, it's very important to upgrade your hardware. ज़्यादातर किसी भी आप घर में जाते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत हार्डवेयर में डिफेक्ट्स दिख रहे होते हैं, बट अगर आपका हार्डवेयर किचन का, बाथरूम का, रूम्स का, कैबिनेट्स का, दे आर completely fresh and new, and somehow you have those nice swapping out doorknobs, you have those nice light plates, you have nice plug covers, curtain rods, and even those furniture knobs. Even just pepping up your hardware can really make a lot of difference. Very very important, eighth point would be that you use fresh flowers, plants and greenery, because somehow greenery has that magical touch to it. Every time you it's like a classical tip that whenever you want to add luxury, you put house plants and into the empty corners and over the dining table, and make sure that your plants are large enough to fill the space that they are in. The large plants are actually statement makers. They can make the space really look extremely high end. And the pot can be the scale of the plant. And you can have the desired effect on this also, because greenery में भी अब बहुत shades होते हैं. So you can choose the kind of green that you want to think. Ninth very important thing is keep it clean, declutter, because say if you enter into a hotel room, you don't want smudge of hair, or you don't want dust, or you don't want to see a lot of things around, and you just want to have a clean nice look. Even then, any hotel room, any nicely designed hotel room is very very luxurious. So what about your homes? When you enter into your home, you don't want the bathtub to have hair clogged into it, and you don't want to see everything on display. You don't want to spend thousands and lakhs of rupees just piled up because आपने वो accessories खरीद खरीद के हर निक एंड नॉक में रखी हुई है और उसको clean करने का भी time नहीं है. It's very very important that you buy less, but you buy something which had some memory attached to it. It reminds you of a goal, or maybe it has some meaning to you. But don't just fill it up. It's not important that you fill it up. It's obviously your hard-earned cash. You don't want to waste it. Add something which adds a sentimental value to it. Next important tip would be that maintain and take care, because somehow लोग बना तो लेते हैं but उसके बाद उसको maintain नहीं कर पाते. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि generally anything which is maintained very well would always give a premium look. And that is why new stuff always looks so pretty. But आप अपने पुराने घर में भी ये feeling ला सकते हैं only if you maintain it well. That means अगर doors है तो वो polished हो, अगर आपका carpet है तो वो clean हो, आपका furniture जो है उस पे stains नहीं हो, उसमें किसी भी तरीके के डेंट्स नहीं हो, स्क्रैच नहीं हो, टाइल्स अगर हैं और वो क्रैक्ड है तो उनको रिप्लेस किया गया हो, ग्राउट पूरा क्लीन हो, या फिर you can regrout also. So there should not be any patchy holes in the wall. Repainting is a very nice idea even if you have a lot of patchy things. For me, I think maintenance is something which is priceless, because अगर आप किसी भी चीज़ को अच्छे से maintain कर लेते हैं तो एक उसकी life बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है, and somehow that whole feeling of entering into a house which is very well maintained is very very overwhelming. Very very important next step would be that you light up everything, and that means we choose an array of lighting. We don't restrict to one part of lighting, just mix and match. You can mix and match a pandit size to a bedside table, to warm light bulbs, to those daisy lights. You can add dimmers, but don't just stick to one ceiling lights only. Just mix and match. It makes the whole idea of lighting look very very nice. I think I will also like to add that you can go very big on wall art, because even one piece of wall art can command a lot of attention. It can really become like a focal point, because when you go into art galleries there are very few pieces, but उन छोटे pieces में भी light effect इतना अच्छा होता है that there is no question that you don't really miss on any of the artwork there. And it's not necessary that all artwork has to be expensive. There are very very nice ways to get affordable artwork for your home, and then DIY, do it yourself, is always the first choice. I think also when you use pillows, try using downfilled, because जो feeling downfilled की आती है वो किसी और pillow में नहीं आती. It's a very very inexpensive way that you switch from polyfill to downfill. It somehow has that very nice feel. I mean, somehow personal preferences होती है, but if you really want to feel those nicer fabric, nicer feel, they are very beautiful. और उनको इतना soft होता है कि उस पे even if you hug it once, it gives that very nice feeling. As I've already talked about maintenance, but I think it's very important that even in your bedrooms, you keep the linen looking very fresh. You know, those towels have to be very spick and spacky. Try switching to white bed sheets, because white bed sheets बहुत ही एकदम से super luxurious लगती है, और probably just one toned, monochromed. You don't need to have printed or any heavy geometric prints or embroidered. Even if you have plain simple bed sheets but they are without stone, without any stain, and they're not torn, तो वो बहुत अच्छी फील ले आते हैं. And you can add duets to it, but similarly duets, keep it very simple. Don't add a lot of if you don't know really you don't want to spend a lot of money, then just spend something on simpler things. But when you choose the simpler things, look at monochrome things. So if you are taking, supposingly you are taking an ivory bed sheet, try taking an earthy brown color duet, and just put it, layer it there with some kind of puffy duet and extra fluffy हो, तो उसकी अपने आप ही लुक बदल जाएगी पूरी उसकी रूम की. Aroma or scent is very essential for any rooms, because जब आप किसी होटल में जाते हैं एक लिंगरिंग सी खुशबू होती है जो उस होटल की होती है, which just stays into your head. And luxury is not just about what you see, it is about all five senses. That means what you hear, what you touch, how you taste, and what it feels really. Because somehow अगर आप सिर्फ देखते हैं तो वो एक विजन है, बट हाउ यू आर स्मेलिंग इट, जब आप एंटर करते हैं, हाउ डज द फैब्रिक फील, एवरीथिंग एड्स टू लग्जरी. If you have liked this video, don't forget to press the like button just to show us some love. And for any kind of architecture and interior design consultancy, you can contact us on www.ansainteriors.com. If there is anything that you would like to know about for interior designing, you can leave it in the comment section and I'll try and make the next video on that. Thank you so much. See you next Wednesday. Bye.